No, the most entrepreneurs and managers have changed the scope of business in our world today, particularly in Ghana. And to be successful in this field require a lot of technical advice. So this segment is to provide information and technical know-how to everybody, to the youth and everyone who is aiming to start their own business. Today on the Star Sports Show, we have Mr. Stephen Essien, popularly known as Chairman Essien. He is a management consultant, a business coach, and an expert in mentorship. Today, he is here to answer every question on entrepreneurship and management. My name is Vanessa Zeke Ado. You can call me Mr. Zeke for short. This is the Star Sports Show. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. So welcome to the Star Sports Show, and today we are here with Mr. Stephen Essien. Chairman Essien, today is one of the highest of my career, I know, to sit and talk with you.
I'm grateful to have you here.
Yeah, I'm very humbled. We're extremely grateful. So
I'm also humbled you chose this invitation to me.
Yeah, I mean, considering the best, you are Ghana's best and the world's finest in terms of entrepreneurship and management. So we are extremely grateful to have you. So before we start, I just want us to, ascertain the whole thing, entrepreneurship now during this COVID era, entrepreneurship and management during this COVID era.
Yeah, I think COVID-19 or coronavirus pandemic has unearthed new entrepreneurship changed the scope for entrepreneurship in Ghana. And I'm super excited when I sit back and look at what people are doing, especially the digital entrepreneurs. We've seen people coming up from fintech area. People are doing so many things. Delivery services happening. Most of the things have gone online. The banks are changing their strategy, being online. I think compared to years back or even 2019, we've seen that people have come out to do so many things. And I think after the pandemic, it's not going to stop. People have started selling nose masks, face masks, alcohol, and all those things. I think it's a way of making sure new entrepreneurs are on earth. Every pandemic gives birth to new ideas, new innovation, and new business owners. And this is the period. For management, I think the corporate side, they've done so well. We've not seen any massive shift in the operations. But when it comes to the entrepreneurs or the SMEs, people are really, really suffering. Businesses are collapsing in that direction. So we're far better than what we were years back.
Okay, right. So looking at the whole thing, does it mean we didn't have contingency plans, or back here, in Africa and in Ghana, is it that we didn't see things coming to incorporate that into entrepreneurship and management?
So entrepreneurs in Ghana, I've spoken on, during this pandemic, I've spoken on more than 25 platforms on SMEs. One of the key things that we're lacking is what we call the business continuity plan, right? It sounds like a big word for the entrepreneurs or SMEs when you talk to them, or business recovery plan, right? I simply put them and say, what if scenarios? Right?
Okay.
Planning. So if you have a business, you need to be able to ask yourself, what if A happens? What am I going to do? What if B happens? What am I going to do? And that's what we lack. These big organizations, they have what we call disaster management or disaster recovery plan. They have what we call business continuity. So it is there. The likes of MTN and Vodafone, they were not
really much affected.
Exactly, because they have a plan that is being refreshed at least every 6 months or every year.
Right.
To make sure it's live. Sometimes they intentionally switch off their systems to make sure those recovery plans or continuity plans work. So every entrepreneur right now in Ghana, what they need to start learning is how to create what-if scenarios.
Right.
Sit down and look at your business and say what-if scenario. Let me give you an example. You're interviewing me right now. So what-if scenario happens like Stephen cannot come into the studio. What's the next step? What do you do?
Right.
Are we going to connect to him via Skype or Zoom? So it's a plan you have. So today, if you invite me and I tell you, look, bro, I'm sorry, I can't make it. You have a plan already.
Yeah.
So you don't go scratching your head and say, what do I do? Where do I pass? These are things people don't do. Right. And when pandemic or even epidemic happens, we find ourselves wanting.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So one more thing I also want to talk about now is how has the internet positively and negatively affected entrepreneurship and management now?
It is the best thing that has happened to us. It is the best thing that has happened to us. Look, It is giving opportunity for businesses to interact with their customers.
Right.
It is giving us opportunity to showcase what we have. It has given us opportunity to even keep our families connected to us. Families do family meeting now on Zoom. This is our internet.
Yeah.
People sell. This morning, whilst driving to this side, I've ordered 4 or 5 things already. I pick a phone and call somebody, pay via mobile money, and then the things have been delivered whilst I drive. I don't have the luxury of time to go and now look for the thing. So internet is a blessing to us. It is a big blessing. It has increased or given a much higher of how we can serve our customers or how we can interact with our customers. And I think in Ghana, I think we need to find a way of we can increase the penetration, right? We need to get. It shouldn't be a luxury now to have a broadband at home. It's a necessity.
Yes, considering the way things are going on.
Hospitals are using it. Everybody's using it. So internet is a massive blessing to our generation now.
Right. So you think digitization has come to stay
forever and ever? It will get worse. It will get worse in a positive way that it's going to catch up everywhere.
Yeah.
Just like WhatsApp came and we thought, okay, it's for the elite. Now my mother, who has not been to school before, can send me a voice note.
Yeah.
I can send her a voice note. She can call me and say, oh, send me nana more pictures. And I'll send her grandchildren's pictures.
Yeah.
So very soon, she'll be able to know to do 1 or 2 other things. Few people have spoken to recently and say, oh, we're on Facebook now. Why are you on Facebook? I want to sell my business, the things I'm doing to people. Right? So the watches seller, the natural watches seller, the traditional watches seller that we buy the roadside, now they're on Instagram. They are selling on Instagram. So it has come to stay. Digitization has come to stay. It has come to push us to a different level. It is not going to go away. Better things are going to add on. And then, so if you don't catch up, you lose out.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've been here with Chairman Essien. He is the Managing Director for Zola Energy. So, everything we are learning today is the top and is of the best. Chairman Essien, one more thing I really want to find out from you during this era is for young and emerging entrepreneurs, how do we, self-motivate ourselves? During this era that things are not going and all, like, what advice do you have for us upcoming?
So, I'm one person who loves self-motivation than any other motivation.
Right.
Nothing in this world motivates me than myself. I decide to do what I want to do. So the same way, if you're an entrepreneur, especially in Africa, you need to have the belief, the confidence for yourself and motivate yourself on a daily basis. You wake up in the morning, you need to tell yourself it's possible for me to go and do it.
Right.
Because look, by our nature, we have so many critics around us. Your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, everybody is criticizing you, not because they don't like you, but we are risk averse.
Yeah.
People are scared of the new innovation that you want to bring.
Yeah.
So these are the things you need to understand, that if I have a conviction, if I have a dream that I want to do this, you go out for it. You need to be the self-motivator. That don't expect people to come and sit down with you and say, oh, it's going to get better, go and do it, pursue it. No, you need to have the energy behind it, and then you do it all by yourself.
Right.
So self-motivation is key for every young entrepreneur who's looking out there. Because look, the people you're looking out for, and I love being real, most of those celebrated entrepreneurs, down the line, what do you hear of them? Oh, robbery. Oh, cocaine. Oh, this. So you need to sit down and say, this is what I want to do. And then go all out for it. If you can read your 5 years ahead of you, that should be the energy to motivate you.
Right.
I sit down and look at myself and say, in the next 5 years, where do I want to be? That is a good enough to motivate you and say, if I want to get to Kumasi in the next 5 years, by road, what do I do?
Yeah.
I move from here, I need to get to Butcher Junction. From Butcher Junction, what do I do? I get to Race Junction. What do I do? Take right or take left? I take right, I go up the Ebri Mountains. So you need to have that plan. And your plan must do what? Motivate you to make sure you move ahead. Yes, we have mentors, we have motivators all around, but the first point of motivation, 60% to 70%, must be yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So also as a manager, I want to find out this for the entire youth. As a manager, what do you think of social media branding? in the recruitment process? Because you granted a talk on that, and today I really want you to probe further on social media branding as part of the things that recruiters look out for.
Right. Let me give you. I'll tell you a story before I answer your question. So I think about 5 years ago, on a Saturday morning, I was going to cash money out from ATM joint. Of course, I don't like doing it in public space, so it was ATM people don't normally use. I know that place, so I went there. When I got there was this woman standing, a very elite, high-class woman she'll be in her 50s, right, with her paddle parked, and then she took out the money. So when he turned, she saw me, and she started screaming,
"Whoa,
Chairman Essien, oh my God, Chairman Essien." I was like, who is this? I was actually looking behind me whether there was another Chairman Essien behind me. She was like, oh, can I take a selfie with you? I was like, what's happening? And then, so when I proved her that, she said, look, my kids love you.
Wow.
And I said, do I know them? He said, you've not met them before, but you're friends on Facebook.
Right.
And they read everything you post on Facebook. They look out for you. It's not like random. They search for you and check whether you've written on Facebook.
Wow.
So I said to myself, look, those 5,000 people I have, and then uncounted no more people who follow me, I must be a blessing to them.
Right.
So what do I have the right? It's my page, it's my wall. I have the right to put negativity or inspiring stuff to just elevate people, let people know that they can also go and people look out to me, but I also look out to people.
Right.
So one, I realized social media is a key way of sending your message across. The same applies to that young man. I don't know you from anywhere. If I want to work with you, where can I go and get all information about you without having a mask on?
Right.
If I call your reference, look, and I know people, when you send them the reference letter, they send back to the candidate and say, "Fill them, and I'm fan send it. I've been fill it for me, and let me send it back to them."
Right.
And that's what they do.
Yeah.
If somebody call me, and it's Africa, I can't say, oh, he's a bad boy. I'll say all the good stuff. But where do I think, as a manager, I want to work with somebody? Where do I see the person on mask?
The real stuff.
The real stuff is what you post. The things you do. Don't get me wrong. There are people who can fake
on social media too.
And then, it's there. But the possibility of getting the person's ideology, the things the person posts, and all those things will tell you what kind of person the person is.
Wow.
So putting yourself out there as an individual on social media is very important.
Right.
As an entrepreneur as well, you need to keep a positive brand. Right? I was speaking yesterday to a group of people, and I said, look, I have my social media page. And then today I'm posting some funny jokes. Tomorrow I'm posting the woman that was beaten in the northern region. Tomorrow I'm posting a football. The next minute I'm posting rape case. The following minute I'm posting MPP. I'm posting NDC. Then I sell my stuff. There's so much clutter.
Yeah, so much.
So we need to be able to differentiate whether you're playing or you're in business. You can have a business page and talk about any other thing in a very positive way. There's a Messi issue going up right now, and some of the banks have used Messi as an advert. Creative. They are being relevant and staying on top of the topic, but at the same time selling their products.
Yeah.
So entrepreneurs can do that. But when you go to somebody's Instagram page, it's a mixture of everything.
Yeah.
That's not, to me, as a proper branding. Right? My name on social media has been there for ages. I've never changed my name. My profile pictures, I change them like every 5 years because I want to create a brand and let people get to know me. I post my pictures alright, but my profile picture, my name, my tagline is there.
Stuck.
I change maybe 5 years time before I'll change them. It's just to create a positive brand or let people know this is what I stand for and this is me. So social media is a tool that if we don't use right, I think we will lose out.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. So you would say that social media branding also forms part of what recruiters look out for in recruitment. Right?
Yeah. Right now, there's no recruiter who will not go on your social media handles. Some of the pre-document you fill or the documents you fill before interviews, they ask for your social media handles. Some of them, they ask for your social media handles. They need to go and check who you are. If you're constantly insulting the president or praising the president, they need to know who you are, where you stand for.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, what you stand for. So, I mean, that's what I would say about social media, that we need to be Critical. I mean, look, I've done interviews where I will look, the email address disqualifies people. Just the email address.
For the sake of the purpose of what we are discussing, can you give us some examples so that we all learn from? Because I think the youth would like to learn.
No, if I pick two CVs, one says Vanessa what's the last name?
Ado.
Vanessa.ado@gmail.com. One says sexygov@gmail.com. Automatically, nobody can tell me that these things don't form perception before face-to-face interview.
They do.
People will say, oh, no, but the personality, the person who work. No. These things form basis. So we'll look at it and we'll say, who is more professional in the email address? From the email address. Even how you arrange your stuff on your CV talks about you. Right? They say they have 6 seconds. I read the research. It says the HR managers take 6 seconds to make a decision on a CV. 6 seconds. You pick the CV, how the CV is arranged, the name, the email address, where you're coming from, whether if it's a job interview and your qualifications are first before your job qualification, you're not a serious person. If it's a school qualification, you're going to do your master's and your job is leading before your school qualification. These are things people need to learn. So the HR managers, people who have applied and nobody's picking me, no. You look at the CV, 6 seconds. They need one person. They have about 5,000 CVs. How did they go through?
Wow.
Some people use what we call the ATS, automatic tracking system, or I've forgotten the full name. That's what HR managers use. So the tracker will give them your percentage, which likely that you can get a job. And people take about 90%.
Whoosh.
So if they put your CV in a tracker, you just upload in a tracker, the tracker around and give and
the
say
percentage.
Management 2%, this 3%,
organization, all those things.
Then they delete it and put it somewhere. So what we put out there, it's very, very important.
Right.
What we put out there is extremely important.
Right. So this is to let us know that today social media branding forms a very huge part in our recruitment process. So we also like to find out, Chairman Essien, over the years, the things that motivate you as an entrepreneur and as a manager, have those things changed?
I think the main focus or the main purpose for life normally doesn't change. But things happen and then you change, you put vibration to it. Exactly. I happened to work with somebody, I think, counted about 20 plus years ago, when he said, I need you to draw your 10-year plan. That was about 22 years ago. So I drew my plan. And when I went back to him, he said, put your final thoughts of you at the end, which I did. And he says, this one will not change, but the roadmap will change. If I'm going to Accra and there's a roadblock at 37, I probably use aviation. And things will change. When I was drawing a plan, the route from here to Circle is 1 lane. Now it's a dual lane. As I go ahead, it will be 3 lanes. So things will happen for you to change, but your focus where you're going is normally stable, unless few people will change it. So I want to grow up, be an entrepreneur, be a consultant, help businesses to grow. What do I have to do? The things I learned years back is not the same now. So I need to go to school more, I need to read more, I need to learn more, and make sure I'm catching up. Right? I mean, pandemic has shown that I need to add business continuity to my profile. I've been a business continuity expert before when I was in Vodafone. I spent time to do plan with them, business continuity, I do the plan. So I'm an expert now. Now people need that resource. How do I help? But the main focus of being a consultant and helping businesses is still there. Right? I read somewhere, which also made me understand that, look, people are moving from job roles to job missions. Yes. Which helps. In a sense that if your mission is static, but the things you do to get to your mission will probably have to change. If you have a job role, you can become obsolete in no time. Yes. But if you have a job mission, whatever happens, you'll be able to connect yourself back into where you want to go. You want to be a trainer, right? You train people in church, you train people in classroom. Pandemic, lockdown. You can still be a trainer online. Your mission is still there. But if you put your job role and say, I'm a classroom teacher, you're stuck because there's no classroom.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Today has been extremely revealing. You would attest to the fact that I said in the beginning, this is Ghana's best and the world's finest management consultant. Right. So before we go for the commercial break,
Right.
so looking at your success story from Zain, Airtel, Tigo to Vodafone, now Zola Energy, we'd like to find out what culture exists in your organization that has made you chalk all these successes.
So one key thing I think I learned from when I work with ABL, Accra Brewery, is to create my own culture and work within the culture. Make sure I'm not too off the company, the organizational culture. Right, my culture has been free and a very firm, and have a playful environment. Playful environment, simply not to joke, but to be able to explore. You know, that's how innovations come out.
Right.
So every time, I mean, in brewery, when I was in brewery, I look at the reporting and I said, well, let me change my reporting style. So I changed my reporting style, took it to my boss. He looked at me in the face and he was like, who did this for you? And I said, I did it myself. He was like, okay. He called somebody else, like, from tomorrow, I want all the sales guys to report this way.
Wow.
So it's about trying something new every time. So when I work in an environment where if the boss is not around, everything comes to standstill, I don't like it. I want freedom.
Right.
And that's the only way people learn. So everywhere I've been a senior manager, since I became a senior manager, people have liberty to do whatever they want to do. Just do it in the right context.
Parameters of the organization.
Just do it in the right context.
Right.
In Zain, I learned very hard in Zain, where the CEO said, if you make a mistake and it's not deliberate, he doesn't care.
Oh.
And Zain, one of the best companies I've ever worked with in Ghana, reward people for trying things. So we had 3 values that we reward. He says being daring, being first, and being bold. If you're not bold, you can't bring down innovations. If you're not being first, you always yearn to be the first. And being daring, things what people don't think about, that's what you do.
Right.
And those things, you when you do them, there's not 100% guarantee you'll be successful. Some of them you fail. But the man says, if you fail, I reward you for even trying. It gives us opportunity to be very innovative.
Very.
So that's the culture I've carried, and let people play roles. Do whatever you want to do. When you come to my office with a problem, when you finish talking about the problem, I don't talk, I keep quiet. Because I want you to give me the solution. That's what I do. So all the boys I work with, you come and say, Chair, I mean, either they call me chair or chairman or CE, they come or CE. I say, yeah, so this is the issue, this is the issue. When I'm done, I look at you, start and let me add on.
Right. Don't wait to be called on.
So they know. So when you come, it's all up. Look, we had an issue this way, this is what I did, this is what I did. I say, okay, good. But next time do it this way, do it this way. You learn. You learn. If I go to like a board meeting with someone, my staff, we listen to the board meeting, and then they talk about, okay, so we need a marketing strategy. I'm not going to tell the guy who's a marketer in the boardroom to go and do the presentation. He knows he needs to do it. So that's how I train people. Right. And I also pick up, because when I work with my boss, I'm listening. By the time we finish, I've already fed it what I think
should be done. And
then you learn.
Wow.
So I give people opportunity, play hard, work hard, be innovative, be entrepreneurial.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah, N-I-N-T.
Oh, okay.
Right, that is where, that's where you're in the business. But you act as if the business is yours.
Yeah.
If you own a department, you own with all your 10 hands.
Right.
And do it. You don't expect people to give you what to do every blessed day.
Sure.
That also helps you to do what? Grow.
Sure.
Free, fair, firm, lovely environment.
Sure. Thank you so much. So if we haven't heard anything, we've heard about internalization, making the job part of you, right? So please stay with us. It's still the Star Sports Show. We'll be right back after this short commercial break. So viewers, welcome back to the Star Sports Show. Today we've been here, I keep saying, Ghana's best and the world's finest, Chairman Essien. We've been learning about entrepreneurship management, social media branding, everything we need to know for a successful business, right? So Chairman, today we've learned so much and we are so much grateful that you came on the show. One thing that I would like to find out for the world, for the youth and for everybody, is that at times we all have the idea of entrepreneurship or I've seen this and how do we kickstart? How do we press the start button?
So, I mean, Great question. The first thing to start is to start. If the press button is there, start it. Right? Let me explain. In Africa, I did some project when I was in Tigo, when I was a chief business officer for Tigo, on SMEs, and everybody talk about, I have an idea, I need to find it. I have an idea, I don't have the support. I have an idea, I can't run with it. You need to start, no matter how it is, right? People want to start extremely big. Entrepreneurship don't start extremely big. They start finding solution to problems. You have that problem already. You have that idea already. Then you need to start. You can start from your area. I mean, to be honest with you, this morning I saw a post of NS Chemist, how he started. It was a chemical store.
Yeah, I saw her too.
He didn't start by getting all the money and having about 20 stores across Ghana before he started. He didn't wait till he got the factory before he started.
Right.
So you need to start. You need to start. I mean, Albert Okran is one of the successful speakers in Ghana. I call him very successful because I look up to him. He didn't start Springboard from, how do you call it, conference center. He started small. With time, it will grow. So the energy is start, have the idea and start. People say that I need capital, and when you talk about capital and you call them to explain what they need the capital for, they mention luxurious things. I need a car, I need a house, I need an office. These are things they mention.
Yeah.
But when the idea comes, there's no formula in starting.
Right.
The formula is you want to do newspaper delivery. Start with 2 homes.
Okay.
You move to 3 homes. You need 4 homes. You can't just go to Trasaco and one day people will sign on to your newspaper delivery.
No.
It will never happen. You start small. Put energy behind it and start. Most entrepreneurs who are very successful will tell you that. And I had very small money. And sometimes it's a joke. People think it's a joke. But it's a fact. They start small. They make profit. They add on. They make profit. They add on. People want to start food delivery at homes. You can't just do 20,000 deliveries in a month. You start with just praying one. Call somebody and say, look, Dennis, I have this great idea. I want to start doing wache on Saturdays. If you don't mind, Saturday morning, I want to bring you one. The following morning, the following week, you go, if it's 20 CDs, production cost, and you're selling for 25 CDs, you have your 5 CDs, you're keeping it.
And you made a customer.
Exactly. So you sell 40 to the customer, you make 20 Ghana cedis profit. Now you have the luxury to do other 20 Ghana cedis to your production of your old capital already. You can do 2. So immediately you do 2 in a day, you're getting 10 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
The following time you do again, it's 10 Ghana plus 10 Ghana, it's 20. Now you have the luxury to do what? 3.
Right.
So you move 3, then you do 15. You do again, then you have what? 30. You have the luxury to do what? 4 customers. So you start step by step.
Right.
But Ghana or most SMEs have great idea. They want $1 million, they want $100,000, they want 10,000. No, you can start little by little.
Great.
So the whole thing you want to start is, my brother, press the start button.
And press the win
now.
Right.
Your first customers might be your family.
Wow.
Your first customers might be your friends, your very close friends.
The people in your circles.
That's it.
Great.
So then you start. You don't have to wait for somebody to come, go to a bank, get money, and all those things. No.
You don't need to start huge like we all think, because we are youth. We think we need to get an office space, get those things before we start.
Not at all.
Right.
Not at all. I know people who have been extremely successful and they started everything on their laptop or their tablet, on their phone.
Great.
That's it. I mean, these days I hardly put on my laptop. Everything is done by my phone. So the same way, if you have an idea, start.
Start when? Now. Great. So if you didn't hear anything at all, Chairman said, if you have the idea, start it now. So right when we've kickstart, building a successful customer base, making sure our customers are satisfied as youth and all, how do we satisfy those things too?
There are many things to it. There are many things. One is being truthful to yourself.
Right.
2, we say, bite where you can chew. Right? People start business. I have a friend who came for advice that I should advise her to do business. And I said, let me listen to you. Told me, okay, I've spoken to a friend in the TV station. I've spoken to a friend on radio. And I said, for what? Your capital to start your salad delivery business is 1,000 Ghana cedis. If you go on radio and you have a demand for 1,000 people who want to eat your salad on one Saturday, can you meet it? He says, no. Start small. I don't need radio. I don't need TV. I said, why don't you do a small flyer, do your food, go to the offices around and deliver? We spoke about this 6 weeks ago. And now the person is smiling, looking at my face and saying, oh, you said it. Because she owns an entire block. At First Complex. She owns it now. Wow. I said, just do one. There's no rush. She owns it now. Every day she's delivering no less than 120 pieces or boxes or bowls of salad to that building. I said, do not rush going anywhere. Make sure you're creating them. So when they go home, they go and tell the person in the next block and said, this salad is super.
Because they were satisfied with the service they got.
Yeah.
Right.
She started with 10 people and boom, 50 people ordered, boom, the whole building. I said, throw in health advice to them. So when you buy the food, there's a small sticker, there's a small flyer in there, talks about the benefits of salad and all those things. Wow. It is not right. She had only 1,000 Ghana cedis to do it. Wow. And now she's happy and she's doing it and it's growing. She constantly comes, relax. When demand become more than supply, you kill the people. You get disgruntled customers. So entrepreneurship is just know where you want to be and gradually grow. You can't start and one day, boom, you're selling to entire Africa. It's not possible. It is step by step. Step by step. But also stay very relevant, stay original, and be very innovative. Right. If what you're doing, people can get it next door. If you don't show up, they'll go to the next door. What can you do to make sure you stand out of that? Which is unbeatable, is customer relationship. Right? Everybody can do salad. True or false?
True.
I ate salad this morning. I did myself.
Yeah, I also did try some myself the other time.
Exactly.
Right.
But the customer relations will let you. I told you off camera. I told you about my baba, right?
Yeah. Of course, you
you call and say, bro. I say yes. I say, look, you've not been here for 2 weeks. Because he knows my pattern. He knows that I do my haircut every 2 weeks. No, twice in a week.
Wow.
He knows. So he knows
that you're not there. He knows.
Yeah, and I keep telling his boss is coronavirus. So I need to do it. Exactly. I do it at home and all those things. But he keeps the relationship on. So the best thing is customer relations. All right?
Right.
If you go and buy something the lady has found the face, no matter the taste,
you won't be satisfied.
Exactly. Sometimes the food is not good, but the relationship will let you go there again.
Right.
So building your business, you start all right, but know how to build your customer base by loving them, or showing them love, respecting them, and connecting with them. And the last one will be innovative and be original.
Right.
Be innovative and be original. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Viewers, we are extremely grateful that you sat with us through for the show. It is still the Star Sports Show. We've been here with Chairman Essien, the very best of the best. And we've learned so much about entrepreneurship. And trust me, the show will continue. We'll have another session again. So before we leave, Chairman Essien, your final words for the youth. Final words.
For the youth, my final words will be, look, let's all be very focused. There's so much distractions going on in Ghana.
Right.
Social media is becoming toxic. You go there, if you want to be very popular, unless you do something crazy or stupid, nasty before you can get popular. But the youth, look, these things will not take us anywhere. Having your focus and trusting in your dreams and pursuing your dreams, that will make the difference. And obviously, my last one will be the God factor. No matter how fun we are, we need to have in mind that there's a being somewhere. And it's the God above us, the God factor. Nobody can shape your dream without him. He will let those people you think can help you. So in everything, let's keep God as our focus, and also keep our dreams as our focus and pursuit.
Sure. Thank you. So thank you so much for coming on the show. I wish I could have given you a hand, but thank you so much for coming on the Star Sports Show. Viewers, thank you so much for making time with us. It has still been the Star Sports Show. The show comes away same time next week. Please, until then, do keep safe. But if you have any entrepreneurial idea, maybe sort of kickstart now, you can go back and watch the entire show again and learn. Until then, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.